How's it going, everybody? I am Preston Johnson.
Welcome to
Last Word Cheetah, brought to you by Bets TV.
As a general life philosophy.
That's exactly right. You're a fish.
Qwan, by the way, my producer, Qwan Young, doing a good job. He'll be taking the calls. How you doing today, bud?
Hey, man, how are you?
We appreciate you guys tuning in. Welcome to the show, Bets TV, bringing you Last Word Cheetah. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Last Word Cheetah here in the Bets TV studios. I am Preston Johnson alongside my co-host and producer, Qwan Young, who is, I guess, overjoyed over the fact that OBJ just signed with the Rams. He usually likes to, what's the word? What's the kind way to put it?
Call OBJ
Throw
trash?
shade on OBJ, but now he has his Matthew Stafford MVP bet. And he came up when he read the news, two arms raised high.
Listen, I have previously said some things that I may have overreacted to. I think Odell Beckham is one of the greatest wide receivers of our time. He needs to be heralded in the same capacity as Calvin Johnson and those guys. So, yeah, you know.
Fair enough. There you have it.
Unless it doesn't work out, and then he's trash again.
Is that how it works
That's
on
how it
these
works
on these
in
media
Qwan.
shows now?
Yeah.
See, like back in my day, like you have to make a pick on the TV, and if it's wrong, you suck. If
Now
it's
you
right,
just
no one
flip
actually even gives you a compliment. Now this new version, you can just maybe be right.
Just
If you're
flip
wrong,
flop.
doesn't matter. Okay.
All you got to do is just they'll pull up the film and just say alternative facts. That's not real. It's fake. Photoshop.
Hold on a second. Someone just said OBJ will be signing with the Ravens, but he's also a Ravens fan. Jack.
I saw Schefter tweet it.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually trying to pretend like he has better sources than Schefter or not. I think
We
he's just
don't
playing.
talk about Adam Schefter on this show.
Not after recent developments. Man, what a weird world we're in. I don't know. Anyways, that's the big news. We still have betting. We have college football tonight, NFL as well. We have NBA. College basketball is here. We have the weekend of games, and we take your calls, 661-515-BETS. We track the bets that you guys want to place. We talk them through, and at the end of the month, we give you cash if you do well. So that's where we're at. By the way, 3 people, I think, through with Central Michigan. There were 4 on Central Michigan. All right, 4 people, day 3 today for Who Wants to Be Betting Extraordinaire. So that will be up in about an hour. Good luck to those. Probably odds are we'll get 1 or 2 through playing for $25K. So $250 in their pockets minimum if they can get the question for tonight and the pick for tonight right. So with that being said, we're good to get going. Who's up first?
We got Nick in Iowa.
What is up, Nick? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and yeah, I'm still not happy about that. The way they called that punt for Central Michigan when they said it hit the Kent State guy, and the Central Michigan guy pushed it into the ball. That swung it.
You got 49 with Toledo. I mean, you were right. Toledo rallied, rolled, good cover, but I also would have gotten that for you on the question. So unfortunate.
Yeah, that's okay. No, that happens. But anyways, yeah, for the show, we will, let's go Friday night, and we're going to lay there's, I think, is that still 22.5 at Circa? Yeah, it is. We'll take the 22.5, lay it with Cincinnati.
All right, break this one down for us. 22.5, yes.
Sure. So, well, I'll put it this way. Cincinnati just played at Tulane 2 weeks ago, and Cincinnati was minus 28 in that, and they won by 29, and I thought that number was pretty much fair at the time. And right now, Cincinnati's only laying 23 or 22.5 to South Florida, and I still have Tulane a little bit better than South Florida. So yeah. I think this game should be closer to like 27.5 at least. Personally, I mean, I know they just squeaked out against Tulsa, but Tulsa's like the Nebraska of G5 teams. They're better than their record indicates, and lost a ton of close games, type of deal.
So I was just looking at my number is closer to 24. So I agree with you, but not enough that I would be betting it. 27. Yeah.
Sure.
This is what's interesting. I kind of feel like this is where you have to kind of throw out the numbers. Let's start talking narratives a little. Cincinnati's pretty bored.
Sure.
I think they've just kind of coasted a little bit. They're definitely better than South Florida. They're better than they've actually shown the last couple of weeks. 2 games that ended up being closer than they should have. Are they going to bounce back here, though, against South Florida? Do I know they're going to get unboard? No. So that's why I'm probably just passing. But theoretically, I think you're right.
Yep.
Cincinnati, by far deserves to be. South Florida they're not as good as Tulane anyway. I think that was a great kind of comparison for people to see context in the market and the prices. So right on, man. We'll lock you in for that.
Yep.
Good luck, and we'll talk to you later on tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Have a good one.
See ya.
We got Alec in Ohio's up.
What's up, Alec? How are you doing?
I'm good, Preston. I was wondering if you had a lean on either of the Thursday night football games tonight.
Under's been moving down in North Carolina, Pittsburgh, but that was actually at 73.5, which there's like 1 left. But it's mostly 72. That was one of the totals closest to a play when I do my totals on Tuesday for everyone on the show. So still would look that way if I had to. And just 1 second, I'm pulling up the Baltimore current prices there. I think Baltimore is a good teaser option. Obviously, still you can get it down to 2.5. We talked about it, though, when they were 7.5. I like them as a teaser option with, let me look and check. We talked about this one either Tuesday or Wednesday. Someone called in and liked the Raiders. Was it Jim, potentially? Raiders up to 8.5. Baltimore down to minus 1.5 was one of the teaser legs that we talked through. So you have some options. You can get some action down tonight if you want it.
I might have to lock that teaser in. I'm going to go with East Carolina football money line.
Okay, let me pull this up. I just went to NFL. Qwan, what did you do to the Wi-Fi? It's like loading super slow. Hopefully the stream's good on your guys' end, but my computer is struggling. All right, East Carolina money line, right?
Yes.
I'm loading money lines. Is this like a play on East Carolina, more of a fade of Memphis, or give us 20 seconds on it real quick, and then I'll give you your best price.
I don't have much to say other than I got it at 185 somewhere else, and it's already moved to 175. So I'm just hoping, it comes down from 190. I think I saw it at 5 dimes.
I can give you 185. You see 190 at 5 dimes?
I did, yes.
Okay, I don't see that on my screen, but I trust you. We can give you that. It's only 5 cents. Probably won't swing the thing. But yeah, we'll lock you in for that.
All right, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Go, man. Enjoy your night. Next.
We got Jamie in Atlanta.
Jamie, how is it going, man? How are you doing?
Pretty good. On the move as usual. I'm actually down in Auburn today about the guest lecture class. So.
Wait, hold on a second. So wait, you work for an airline. I'm not sure if I was supposed to dox you that much, but
no, that's all right.
So you could fly in here. What do you actually do then for the airline?
All right, I'll out myself here. I don't really care too much. So I work for Delta in Atlanta, which people probably could have figured out. My job is called network planning, so I figure out where we fly. So it's like an analyst role, which fits well into sports betting, I suppose. Huh. So one of my former colleagues is a professor at Auburn and asked me to come guest lecture his class. So I'm now down at Auburn, but I do work for an airline. That's why I can fly around so much. But today, just drove down to Auburn and did one class earlier, so I'm kind of in between classes here. So beautiful day down here in Auburn, Alabama. They're prepping the stadium. I'm looking at it now for the game against Mississippi State.
Have they told you yet if they're going to cover or not?
Yeah, actually, the rumors are buzzing around. Auburn, lay it. Everyone here is feeling great about it. Saw some football players walking between classes. They look spry and healthy.
There we go.
A little bit
That's
overcast,
the inside info we need.
That's right. Lay it.
What do you want to lock in today? Go for it.
I will lay it with Hawaii -3 in football. It's the same spread in basketball and football, funny enough. But
I know everyone loves Hawaii, man, and football.
Yep. I can't give a huge breakdown because I don't have my stuff in front of me. But
that's fine. There's not a ton of threes left. That moved to 3.5.
I did. I took it at 2, but I told myself I'd take it up to 3. So when I was looking at what was left of what I took early in the week, that was one of the only ones. So
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Hold on. On the screen I'm using that's just free and
left.
quick and has like 12 books. They're all 3.5. I'm going to go to Don Best now.
I saw one left.
Okay, if there's one left,
yeah.
I will be able to tell you very
bookmaker.
shortly. Either way, I know everyone's on Hawaii. I missed the boat under 3. Passed on 3, but maybe even 3 is good. You fading
I think
UNLV off a nice-looking win?
Yeah, exactly. And I think Hawaii's underrated. They're a team people don't pay a lot of attention to, but they've been fine this year. I think they should certainly be more than a 3-point favorite against a really shitty UNLV team. So I laid the 2 early in the week, which maybe I should have hit a little harder in hindsight. But, you know, I played up 3. Even 3.5, probably not awful. I doubt the game lands on 3. I think I would take them up to like 4, maybe even 4.5. So that was kind of this was about the biggest edge I had left. But I mean, maybe UNLV comes out with some heart. Hawaii's not loads better, but I'd certainly take the 3.
All right, we can give you the 3. It's juiced at -115. That's the one I'm going to give you, but not much of a difference there for you.
That's what I saw.
Cool, man.
Cool.
We'll lock it in. Good luck.
Sounds good. See you guys.
See ya.
We got OG John's up.
OBJ?
Oh.
Calling in to talk some smack. What's up, John? Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
How you doing? I'm also on Hawaii, so I guess everybody's on the boat. But I'm going to go another college game and looking at Miami of Florida against Florida State. I played against Florida State last week with NC State. I'm going to go back to the well. I think they're better almost at every position than me, and I just think they're a team on the rise, and I got a feeling Florida State may just not cover the rest of the year. I just got that feeling, and I'm going to ride it. So that's sort of my take on it. I think there's still 2.5. I don't think. Yeah,
there's a lot of 2.5. Look, Florida State hasn't covered much at all, even in the beginning of the year. So this is look. They almost that Notre Dame round robin underdog moneyline round robin would have been amazing. They lose in overtime, but then they went on a 4 or 5 game run where they didn't cover at all. They might not cover the rest of the year. You could be right. I like 2.5 a little. I think it should be 3 flat. No, there's a big difference between 3 and 2.5. So Miami's. I mean, it's a decent lean for me. I ended up passing altogether, but don't hate it. And a couple books that are 3 are a little more reputable globally, so maybe you're leaning that way anyway. Yeah, but 2.5, we'll lock you in for that.
All right, I may hit it again then. All right, thanks. Take care. Have a good day.
No problem. See you, man. I need to eat before, like, I don't know. We've been on this run where my stomach just starts growling like crazy.
Tuesday was crazy, like during Lucky Trader.
Yeah, that was bad.
I thought
it's like
you were going to eat
maybe, although I ate breakfast that morning, I think today I haven't eaten anything at all, and I'm feeling my stomach's just rumbling. It's like, hey.
You want a bar right now?
Should we hit me with a bar? Yeah, give me the peanut one. I don't want the chocolate because I'm still trying to, not that there's not sugar in a granola bar anyway, but thank you, sir. See that? The very OBJ of me, very Matthew Stafford of you on the pitch. All right, I'm going to stop talking. Who's up next?
We got Jim in Philly.
What's up, Jim? How are you doing? You still holding your own since the Mac Jones comment?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Jim hasn't had the energy since he said it.
Tell us what you like today.
I'm going to go. I actually love this NFL game tonight, and I love Miami. I think that no, I think Miami's defense is actually better than Baltimore's. Baltimore's hasn't been that good this year. Obviously, Miami hasn't had the results, but I think it's more of like incompetent offensively. Not that I see any major progression for them offensively, but I do think they're sporting the better defense tonight. Also, I like this little variant of Baltimore just played 4 straight home games, which is very rare in the NFL, and now they're going to get on a plane on a short week, also running 98 plays against Minnesota in overtime for the first time in a month. So I'm not usually that type of guy, but in this instance, I think it could play a factor that they may start out slow.
A couple of things. One, it's probably going to be Jacoby Brissett. Do you care about Tua versus Brissett? Do you have any difference there?
Yeah, I do think Tua was playing well. I actually think if Tua plays, Like I have this number like much lower. I think the look ahead last week was -5. That's kind of like where I'm at. And it would be even lower if Tua played. So my question for you is, and I'll take whatever you suggest.
Okay.
Because of where I'm at in the standings on the show, and let's say I said Ravens should be -4.5. Would you rather take the money line because of the show or take the points with 8.5?
I'm asking Qwan without asking. Can you at least tell me where Jim's at? Is he on the
0.25? But I didn't grade the 9th or the 10th. I think he has bets from this weekend though.
So he's about 17, 18x back. What day is it? November 11th. Honestly, man, if you think Miami has a pretty good chance at winning, I can give you plus 340. It's not a bad shot to take. I can't hate it.
That's what I'm thinking. That's and I kind of was like trying to cross-reference like what a money line number would be at like the number of 4.5 to like what the price is. You know what I'm saying? Like in that, That's kind of where I was angling at you.
Yep. There's less downside because you're only laying 1 and no juice, and there's more upside. And you're playing 18 units back. You just have to play a more higher variance game. So I would go for the money line.
All right, let's do it.
Sounds good, man. Take care.
All right, guys.
By the way, real quick before you put through the next caller, as soon as I have one bite, then my throat's like, all right, now you're going to cough again. There is something historically, I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but a team that plays 4 straight home games and then travels, I'm pretty sure you can blindly fade them historically, like very small profit, but now short week and maybe an inflated number. I don't hate it, but I know there is something to like the tune of 54% betting against the teams that just were at home for 5 weeks straight, 4 games, but then, actual other days on each end. It's over a month. So anyways, next caller.
We got Mike in Jersey.
Mike, by the way, did I send you $250 or not?
You did not send it to me yet.
Okay, I need to send it to him. There's a few people I owed for last betting extraordinary. Now that we're day 3 today, I reminded myself I'll get it sent to you. Don't worry about that. I know you have. He hasn't been bugging me at all, so I appreciate it. But I'll get it sent today.
Hopefully I can double it up tonight.
Yeah, you have. That's true. Just roll it over. Might owe you $25,250 if you can win a few more bets in a row. So, with that for now, what game or bet do you want to lock in for last word, Cheetah?
I wanted to talk about NFL this weekend. It seems like it's a really good card for teasers this weekend. With there are a couple teams I'm eyeing, and I guess what's your kind of advice here? If there's a couple teams where I see an edge on, do you think I should just round robin them? Like I'm looking at like the Saints at 2.5, the Browns at 2.5, the Cowboys and the Steelers at 8, the Dolphins at 8. Or not the Dolphins, sorry, the Ravens at 8. I feel like there's a lot of good teaser legs. Maybe not the Cowboys one because the total's so high. But give me any thoughts on that?
That one's mostly 9.5 too anyways. But for 6-pointers, you still have like Eagles and Raiders in there too. Look, theoretically, the Wong teaser that's profitable historically, especially if you can get -110 on a 6-point, is through 3 and 7. So really you should do as many as your bankroll allots you to do. Like they're all edges, round robin, whatever. Like they're all edges. So just figure out, how much you can really afford to put into it in that sense. But from there, you should be maxing whatever that number is or whatever that percentage is of your bankroll. So definitely don't shy on weeks like this. Yeah, of course, 2 or 3 could lose and then you hate yourself, but you're sweeping a good portion of the time too and winning all of them. So it's just one of those things, higher variance a lot for one weekend, but they're edges, so you got to bet them.
All right. I think for the leaderboard, I'm going to lock in a 3-team teaser for this weekend. I'm going to pick 3 of these.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Browns up to 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints up to 8.5. I really like the Saints there. I bet them at +3. I know you say you shouldn't really tease them if you can get them at 3 anyways, but For purpose of leaderboard, I'll bring them up to 8.5. And then I will take, how about the game tonight? I'll take the Ravens down to 2.
All right. We can do that. I was intrigued because remember earlier in the week, Patrick Hurry called in, got the Browns from 1.5 to 7.5. It like moved to almost pick. Looked like the Browns, and then they went back the other way. So I am intrigued to see that Pats money. Maybe the Pats are for real. Maybe Jim is right about Mac Jones. We will see. We'll lock you in for that 3-teamer, man. Good luck.
Thanks.
See ya.
What's the price on that?
Plus 160, I believe, is the standard 3. I've never done 3. Like, theoretically, you're just supposed to do 2 teamers on those 6-point teasers. For the sake of the show, though, go for it. Doesn't matter to me. Next.
We got Hunter B.
By the way, we do have Pikachu coming on for tail ends. Told him 140, so we got about 15 more minutes to get through some calls.
We only got 4 callers.
Then we're going to cut it after that. Okay. Hunter B, what's up, man? You're on the show. How are you doing?
Preston, how are you?
Sorry. I'm all right.
The bet loss. I owe you $50 for the pot.
Oh, which one was it? I forgot about that deal.
It was Tony Finau in the 3-ball bet. He had a bad back 9, and I faded the leader of the tournament. So yeah, all good.
All right. You can DM me, and I'll give you my Venmo because I use Venmo to pay everyone anyway. So we can just do that later on. Okay. No rush.
Yeah, perfect. So we talked about this game earlier in the week, so no need to dwell on it. But I'm going to take the under in the Alabama and the Mexico State game. I think it's down to 67. It opened at 68, I believe. I don't know. You can tell me where it is now, but I don't see Alabama getting more than 7 to 8 touchdowns, and I don't think New Mexico State's going to score much. I talked about fading Alabama's offense right now. So,
do you think New Mexico State can score 8 points or more?
I mean, I guess they could.
I mean, they can, but do you think they will?
No. I think they'll score maybe 1 touchdown.
Okay. It is 7.5.
Alabama defense is playing quite a bit better.
I think it's interesting because I'm not sure what to expect from Bama. They could, in my opinion, drop 60, but I don't think New Mexico State's scoring twice. I don't know. I kind of like the 7.5. I can give you 67.5. There's still some 67.5 for the full game. So I just wanted to bring it up. I'm not trying to talk you out of it, but just worth looking at.
I'll take the under 67.5.
Okay, cool, man. You are in.
All right.
Talk to you later on.
Thanks.
See ya.
All right, bye.
If they do, it's like a fourth quarter, the Alabama fourth stringers are in.
Yeah, I don't even see them scoring against the 4th string. Me and you could probably
still an underdog
team and be competitive with New Mexico State.
There's no chance. As much as I appreciate that comment. Have you seen me run a 40 yet?
Listen, man, you just getting the A gap, 2 gap, and we got you.
If it's like your defense from the flag football team,
hell yeah.
up the middle for 40 yards.
Up the middle for 40 on flag. That's crazy. We got Ty.
What's up, Ty? How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Likewise, man. What do you want to lock in?
I just had a quick question for you before I lock in my play. Do you like the possibility of teasing Penn State now that the line's crossed through 0 and they're catching, I see, up to 1.5 I think it'll be kind of a low scoring game and they're at home. Would you tease them? I know we went that route on the road against Iowa and it came through. So I wondered what you thought.
I'm actually more pro college football teasers than I think the general smarter public would be. I don't know what's the way to put that. Most pros would say don't tease college. You can get plus 100 on lower totals in college, and especially because I trust my college numbers a lot. In this case, I think the game's about a pick'em game, but there's some cases where I can tease like a plus 2.5 to 8.5 that I think should be minus 1.5, right? Like I'm actually getting an edge anyway, and so I'm just kind of compounding the edge at plus 100 up over the key numbers. I think there's opportunities for sure to tease. This one falls into place. Yeah, if you can get 7.5, should be lower scoring. I mean, It's not like Wisconsin, like 37 versus Iowa total or whatever, but 48's still not too crazy this day and age.
All right, thanks. For today, I'm going to go Mark Andrews over 50.5 receiving yards. That's the best that I see is available, and I believe it's on FanDuel. I think he has a good game today. I don't know if you see better options available, but I think hopefully the game remains competitive, so they're not going to a sort of different game script in the second half that's mostly on the ground.
50.5, that is the best number. We can give you that one, no problem.
All right, sounds good. And my golfer's he's tied for 5th right now, so hopefully I can get that 7-1.
Right on, man. Good luck. We'll talk to you later on tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
By the way, we forgot to at the end of last show confirm how much you spent on your new jewelry items. We were supposed to open the show with it today. I was pretty much cutting it to the minute when we started, and we weren't. I just forgot about it. I'm not sure if people remember. You can give them one more shot of it.
Tone was Tone without going over.
Tone guessed $6, and he was the closest. Like the other 7 people that guessed.
This watch is $40. Listen, I am a thrift shopper. I do not drop bread. We need you guys to like and subscribe on YouTube. And the more people that do that, the more I have an opportunity to buy that expensive jewelry. So this is on you. Like, you're getting outlet store watches and, the jewelry, I didn't spend there were like some $1,600 guesses. I'm very frugal. I have a nice car and everything else goes to,
Wendy's breakfast?
I haven't had Wendy's breakfast in a long time.
You're looking good.
But yeah, like and subscribe on the channel, and that way I can get more money for more jewelry.
I was surprised it was so low. I did not think Tone would win. So I actually owe $50 to the prize pool for this month because I was totally wrong on that.
It's not about the price. It's how you rock it. I just come out. I'm confident.
You were confident. You even came out saying, like, I finally treated myself.
I treated myself.
Most people don't think treating yourself is a $40 watch. They're like, poor Qwan.
It looks nice, though. That's all. I just
does.
carry it well. That's it.
It does.
I just carry it well. We got who came first? Andrew. Andrew's up.
Andrew, welcome to Last Word Cheetah, man. What do you want to lock in today?
Real easy one. I want to go with the Calgary Flames on the money line tonight, but I had a question for Qwan.
Go for it.
Qwan, how do you feel about the Rams looking like they're going to get OBJ? Do you think that does anything for you
think
guys?
it went through. Scott's in the chat on YouTube. Andrew follows me on Twitter, and I know there are a lot of people that see me trash OBJ. I'm not an OBJ fan at all. I think the biggest indictment on him to me was when Josh Norman had him in hell. I think it was the Panthers game when they played the Giants, and like Norman had him.
I mean, he had everyone in hell for like 3 years.
I wouldn't say that. He had a really good season that year when Cam, like, you saw the picture of Cam like laughing and choking him out. And then he came on and he got like a fourth quarter touchdown to put the Giants ahead, and I think they lost. But I think beside that one-handed catch, there are no real signature OBJ games that I can think of off the top of my head. I think he had the potential. I don't think it's there anymore, but this may be a revitalization because I just said it and jinxed it. But, I mean, Cooper Kupp, I think, is probably still going to be the guy for Stafford, but OBJ adds another element of being able to do what Deshaun Jackson did, but at a better level, taking the top off the defense, being a decoy, and beating people downfield.
Yeah, hopefully that helps with your Matt Stafford MVP campaign. Then
he hopes.
If I hit that Matt Stafford MVP bet, then we're going to get some real
watches. By the way, the Calgary minus 131 is the best price I see. Does that work?
Oh yeah.
Scratch that, minus 130. Sorry, missed one at Westgate. There's a minus 130. So we'll lock you in for that, man. Good luck tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
See ya. Minus 130. All right.
We got Carlos up.
Carlos, welcome back to the show as usual. Let us know what you're feeling.
Hey, listen, Qwan, I'm showing my age here, but do you know who Tubbs is from Miami Vice?
Isn't that Philip Michael Thomas?
It really is.
Yeah.
It is. You're giving
I
me
got a
that
Philip
vibe
Michael
with the
Thomas look.
jewelry. Bro.
That's one of the worst things anybody's ever said to me, and I get called Gary Coleman on a consistent basis.
Ricardo Tubbs.
Listen, he's a cool guy, man. Back in
1985.
Exactly. Yeah, he was that guy, and you're that guy now, bro.
I
You're
appreciate
that guy
it.
with
Who's the guy next to him?
Who's the other guy, Mike?
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Big Daddy from Django.
All right, Carlos, hit us with your bet. We got to take Pika's call in about 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. I want to know what you have for Mark Andrews' 2+ touchdowns. I'm going greedy today.
Well, let me pull it up. I forgot to pull up my DraftKings app, but we're on it. I'm guessing he's one of the favorites anyways. So let's see. TD scores. Getting there. Have you looked at it yourself yet anywhere?
I have not. No, unfortunately, I came from.
Okay. It's all right.
I was just.
8.5 to 1.
Did it a couple games. Yeah, I actually did it a couple games ago.
Plus 850? Does that work?
Yeah, that'll work.
Feels like it's
Or why not?
got to be better somewhere else. I looked at DraftKings. I'm going to look at FanDuel. Just bear with me. I don't want to, I feel like there's a chance this is like at least 10 to 1. I don't want to screw you over on like a couple units, because I would never do something like that to you, where I'd keep you from winning a month. All right. To score 2+ TDs. Oh, wow. It's similar. All right. Never mind. You're getting plus 850. I guess he just is one of the faves. All right, man. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you later on.
All right, man. Take care. All right, Tubbs.
Tubbs. He's calling you that from now on for sure.
I hope not.
How many more callers do we have?
Last caller for now.
Cool. All right.
Evan.
What's up, Evan? How are you doing?
Doing well by yourself, guys.
Doing well. Thank you. What do you want to lock in for your bet today?
What is the best number you can give me on the LA Kings puck line, -1.5?
1 second. Plus 214.
I'll take it.
What's the angle here? I don't follow hockey close enough.
Kings are still running hot, even from the last game. And Ottawa's got some COVID issues, so just taking one team that's playing well versus another team that might be a little shorthanded.
Maybe a little higher variance with the COVID stuff. Okay. Easy enough, man. We'll lock you in. Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yep.
Listen, during that call, did your stomach growl?
No.
I thought I heard it. There was something in my head.
I would admit it, because I did earlier. If someone heard it, like that was definitely that one. It was probably a. I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
I heard something.
I'm gonna take a bite of this granola bar though. Do we have anyone else to call in or no?
We got no, but we got some chat bets. Fran called in. He wants Rashad Bateman to score the first touchdown at 18 to 1.
Okay.
Patrick can't call in today, but he wants to be locked in for the Lions.
Another plumber incident?
I don't know. He didn't specify. Bob Loblaw, which is, did you know that was Arrested Development character?
Who?
Bob Loblaw. Is it Arrested Development? Matt Landis called it out on Wednesday.
Loblaw?
Yeah.
That does not ring a bell.
It was something.
Unless it's like one of the newer seasons.
I forgot what it was exactly, but Landis called it out. But he wants Andrews' first touchdown at plus.
Oh, it's this guy.
+9.
Okay, yeah. There's always He's always in all the like the papers or the commercials, and they yep, okay. Forgot that was his name. That's a good handle.
Yeah. Brian wants the Ravens down to 2.5, and the Eagles up to 8.5 as a tease.
Okay.
Tommy Davis wants T. Gooch live for the win. Yeah, Arrested Development OG seasons, Bob says. And Carlos Mike in New Jersey found Carlos plus 1050 for Andrews at Fox Bet.
Okay, we'll give him that. It did seem a little low at 8.5 to 1, so Fox Bet works.
Paul asks for UGA minus 1,200.
Whoa. He just wants the money line?
I believe so.
They're playing Tennessee.
Minus 1,200 for UGA. What is BTW in the way? Or anything? Or is he saying by the way? Did you reference it during the show?
By the way, no.
Yeah,
I think he's just saying by the way. I can give him minus 1,250. Look, they're probably going to win. But I'll say this. I mean, he's just doing it for the show to try to get a unit, I imagine. But even if I was looking at big favorites to put into like a parlay this weekend, this would be one of the last ones I would choose. Georgia's by far been the best team in the country this year. But I don't want to go against some high variance like Tennessee up-tempo offense with Heupel that could just catch Georgia off a little bit early. Kirby Smart hasn't really seen a Heupel offense before. I would not be interested in this one. I know they're 20-point favorites, but weirder things have happened. Is he up? How does he sound today? Lovely. You can put him through whenever you're ready.
Lee is my name.
Oh, it's lower. What's up, man? How are you doing?
I flip a coin these days, see which one I'm feeling. It's not like I can really hear it, right? So I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, maximize the randomness and the doxedness of how you call into the show. I like it. Qwan, put up the graphic whenever you're ready. We got 3 tail end bets with Pikachu.
How we doing?
Let's start with the one tonight.
It's real hard. It's getting real hard here, man. I'm not going to lie. Week 11.
Week 11,
really
51.5 point dogs and totals in UNC pit games that are in the 70s.
Also,
look, I actually
Thursday
think
afternoons.
It should be low. Like I mentioned earlier on the show, I'm not sure if you were listening, but under 73.5 in this pit and UNC game was one of the closest totals I didn't end up sending to anybody. So I'm with you. My number's closer to like 69 something. Like, take it from here.
Yeah.
Why are you going under?
Yeah, the steam is right? It opened 75, 76, came all the way down. Sorry, the 76 might have been a soft opener, but I'm really not impressed with the strength of schedule that UNC has played this year. Their passing attack, they've played, I think they rank their strength of schedule, they rank in the 50s or 60s. And so by far, this Pittsburgh defense is Narduzzi style, pound the rock, let every single play extend on. I don't think UNC has really played anybody like this going through their schedule in the ACC so far. And a lot has been made about Sam Howell's, preseason hype and how he didn't live up to it. I don't know if I agree with how down some people are on him. I mean, clearly this UNC offense is top 10 in the country. They're able to air it out. They take really quick steps. The total is high for a reason. But the angle here is just that I look at the DL and I look at sort of what the linebackers have done. Their all-out success rate for Pittsburgh is pretty high. I think second in the ACC is really good. And knowing the coaching styles here, North Carolina will need to come out and to hit 72. They need to put up 36, maybe 32s. I don't think they get into the 30s here. And Pittsburgh can do whatever they want because UNC, we know, has no defense. They had a shootout again last week against Wake Forest, shootout against Notre Dame the day before. I mean, the UNC schedule, you look down the line and they give up on average like 47% success rate on defense. This is just horrible. So Pittsburgh gets to pick their number. We just have to not have them score 50, and I think that's simple. North Carolina's not going to have a big problem here. Best defense they played all year.
There it is. Man, I feel like under's too good here. I'm mad I stayed away. Obviously, the moves down, you feel the FOMO. But I had someone else ask me earlier today, I want some action on the game tonight. What should I bet? And I said, even at 72.5, I think at the time, I was like, it's probably going to win. It just, I like it. It all makes too much sense. Next up, let's go to the ugliest one. We'll skip Texas because I actually kind of am correlated with you on Texas and like the over. So we'll go to that one third. But New Mexico State against a Bama team that almost blew it against LSU as, over 4 TD favorites. Now it's 51.5. You're taking the points. Break it down.
Oh, baby. This one, I will say this. I'll say this up front. I'm not overreacting to Bama dropping a game to LSU. I'm not. I don't know what Nick Saban was doing. I watched a little bit of the first half. He was running some wildcat formations, not giving Bryce Young the ball. Just really weird play calling. I mean, I'm not a college football coach, obviously, by any stretch, but just seemed like there was something weird going on. We'll chalk it up to Ed O's last stand, or we can write this in the history books or something. But I mean, That was just weird. So I'll say that up front. I'm not overreacting against that. I don't think there is much to overreact against that. We knew going in to like week 5, week 6, this is not your typical Alabama high-powered offense. They're very explosive when Bryce Young can get things going. They still bring extremely high in points and opportunity. Their EPA struggles a little bit. The yards per play struggles a little bit. So feel like they either get 40-yard, 50-yard bombs, or they have a little bit trouble moving the ball. Even on some of these defenses that you would think they would be able to run really high. I'm looking at Florida. I'm looking at Ole Miss. I don't think, if Alabama's only going 42-21, even on a 50% success rate against Ole Miss, if you look at when New Mexico has faced, they've really punched above their numbers. It seems like it's a little bit like an academy team almost, where if you look at New Mexico State's chart, you look at the numbers and where they're ranked. I mean, it's bottom. It's 130, 130, 130, 128, 129, which is the same exact thing you can say for the Armies and the Air Forces and the Navies, but they somehow have avoided like getting extremely completely blown out just because I'm not really sure what's going on. I think they can put a few points up on the board. So anything short of like complete disaster where New Mexico State scores 0 points is really hard to cover 52. And, that's kind of the point of the segment, is picking out spots like this. I have this from a numbers perspective, something like 60 for Alabama and 10-13 for New Mexico. So if you do the math, that's right around 47, 48-ish. If you're going to give me the extra 3 points to 51, there were some 52s early in the week too, but 51.5, I still feel like is really high. I don't think Nick Saban I don't think this team is built in the normal Alabama year. And New Mexico State just somehow is able to luck box their way in and get a few scores, even though Alabama, top 3 defense in the country, top 5? I don't know. It seems gross, but picking these games to go over 50 is just kind of ridiculous. Biggest spread of the season. Got to get some action here.
All right. There it is with New Mexico State. And the last one, I'm pulling up the Texas. It looks like the totals kind of settled in at 62. I know we got a little bit better than that earlier in the week, but theoretically the 30.5 on Texas. A few left, some 31s now, though. I agree, preferred over, but go ahead and give us your 2 minutes on Texas, because I have thoughts I'll just share afterward. I'll let you go first, and then I'll kind of add on.
Yeah, so my thought here is Kansas has been somewhat of a mystery. To their credit, they've played some really, really tough games and some really tough offenses. So I don't fault their defense for being, ranked as low as they are. I don't fault them for giving up basically at least 30 points pretty much in every single game they've played in. It's just the Lance Leipold clearly didn't bring in enough reinforcements from Buffalo, and you kind of sympathize with him. On the flip side, though, is there a hotter seat for a first-year coach than Steve Sarkisian? I mean, we were all wrong. I was wrong. I thought he would be an offensive mastermind and not, run away in the Big 12, but also not be stuck with like a losing record yet again this late in the season. There's just something a little bit off with how they deal with how they play up to teams, especially in the second half. There's a bunch of memes out there on the internet that'll give you your fair share of like, oh, Sark sucks, he can't coordinate anything. And it's like, no, he plays in the Big 12. He goes up against really good defenses, and it's his first year at the helm. If you want to get right game, if you want to like unload all of your frustrations and stuff, I think this is a game in which you can do that, and the Texas players are well suited to just run whatever. You can get whatever you want against Kansas. They've shown me nothing this entire year that they're able to keep games anywhere close to being manageable. 3-55 at Oklahoma State, 14-41 at Texas State. I make this more in like the mid 30s, 36, 35-ish. I think Texas will be able to pound the rock, and there's no second half. It ends here. There's no second half meltdown when you're playing a Kansas defense that will give up like 40 points reliably every single game. There is none. And the offensive side, there's nothing to talk about. They just don't score. So
this is amazing about Texas to me. So it's weird. You're like, Sark, maybe he's on the hot seat year one. A couple weeks ago, they're up 18 in the fourth quarter against Oklahoma. They're already 4-1. They beat Lafayette in the opener. They lost to Arkansas, but Arkansas ends up being a pretty good team. They beat Rice 58-0. They beat Texas Tech by 35. They dropped 70. They beat TCU on the road, and they're up 18 against Oklahoma in the fourth. They give up 25 in a row. So instead of being 5-1, now they're 4-2. They're up big against Oklahoma State in the fourth quarter. They give up 19 straight to Oklahoma State. Lose that one by a possession. They lose by a possession to Baylor. They didn't show up against Iowa State, which is concerning. But they're a lot better than 4-5. And so
it's a good team.
Laying this against Kansas when it's like their FU like Rice game again, 58-0, like I'm kind of on board. It's part of the reason I liked over too. So I'm hoping Kansas can get one or two TDs and sneak them in, but otherwise we might need Sark to just drop 70.
Yeah, I think they're perfectly capable of dropping 60, right? The hot seat is really a joke. I mean, there's people love to make fun of the Texas Big 12 to SEC move that's coming soon, and the whole rivalry with A&M, and it's a funny joke, but it's like you're saying, this is our priors were there, and it's just that he just struggled against the cream of the crop of the Big 12. Is that so surprising? Yes, the Iowa State and the Baylor are kind of not good coming out of the bye, but they will murder Kansas. I don't doubt that. We just got to defend against some garbage time crap, but they'll murder them. I have no doubt in my mind.
I'm looking right now to see where Texas is at. I have them about 3 points worse than before the season started. So overall, they've underachieved. That's actually more than I would have guessed, but not too significantly. Where this is probably too.
Yeah, that is a little bit more. That's a little bit more. I have them ranked 32 overall. I don't remember exactly where I had them ranked. They were probably top 25. They were definitely top 25 in anyone's priors. So dropping from like maybe high teens, low 20s to like a 32-ish, where in the middle you have teams like Iowa State and you have like the majority of Big 12 in there. Is that like a huge disappointment for his first year?
Mm-hmm.
On the narrative will tell you that, but when you play a bad team, they're perfectly capable of steamrolling, like Rice, 58-0, or even Texas Tech putting him 70 against them, took 65% offensive success rate. They can do it. Kansas is air. The defense is air. There's nothing there. I was wrong about Kansas. I thought the reinforcements from Buffalo, like they were mostly defensive guys. I thought they would be able to put up more of a fight than they have.
I feel like we're always wrong about Kansas every year. We're like, hey, this is the year that Kansas will do something, and then they play Oklahoma close for like 3 quarters, and you're like, see, and then they can't get anything going there. It's frustrating. All right, man.
Yeah,
appreciate your time.
It's just like the 1 year with the new coach, and then it still doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, he was like some wizard that was like the RPO like guy. He wrote a book like years ago before anyone was doing RPO on RPO, and everyone's like, "Holy cow, this guy is going to change Kansas around." Nah, didn't happen. Yep. It was like 2 games of film on Kansas, and then the defenses figured him out. So it's tough to be a Kansas Jayhawks fan. Just watch basketball. All right, man. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend, and we will talk to you next week. Appreciate it.
Yep. You too, man. See you.
See it. Sorry, guys. Anyone on the line?
We got Tone. Tone's up.
Oh, shoot. Tone, the winner of the jewelry sweepstakes with his $6 prediction. Take the floor. Go ahead.
What do you mean? Take the floor.
You
what
won.
Was the amount, Qwan?
It was like the watch was like $290 and it's like 70% off. And the total was like 180. The watch was 40. The chain was like $290.
My guess was spot on.
Yeah.
All right. I want the Panthers money line.
I'm guessing NFL, right?
Yeah.
Big Cam fan, or what's the deal here?
Well, I don't know how much worse can the QB. How much worse can the QB position get for the Panthers? I mean, I'm expecting Walker to play, obviously, and then it's like it's Colt McCoy. I mean, Colt McCoy was. They said Kyler Murray still wasn't practicing, so probably expect him out there, and I don't know.
This is a good round robin option if you're still doing Moneyline dogs. I
feel like it's a good spot. I mean, it's like you don't entirely know, where PJ Walker's going to come in, So I feel like it's a decent spot for a nice big money line.
Plus 407. Plus 407. So over 4-1. I like it, man. We're in agreement.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like why I took the Broncos last week, like coming off that big performance from your backup. I know Cowboys went back to the starter, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't pay mind to the last week, and people love hyping up the last week.
Always, especially when Colt McCoy just like ran it up against the Niners.
Yeah, he just lit it up. He was like 22 at 25 or something absurd. Like he hadn't had a game like that in his life. Yeah.
since Pop Warner, yeah. It was insane. All right, man. We appreciate the call. We will talk to you later on. Take it easy. Plus 10.5 even if you don't want to go money line. Like you can get 10.5 still. It's not a bad bet. It's a little tall number, especially if Kyler's actually out, which I think it's implying that he might play. But if he hasn't been practicing and it's Thursday, I don't know. Might be worth a look. Don't mind that one from our good friend. You're just like, yeah.
I mean,
you're like, he got me $6.
No, it's the Panthers money line.
I respect it.
Yeah, it's a scary spot. That's one of the things about the NFL betting that's really killing me is like, I didn't expect the Broncos to come out and just absolutely take a dump on Dallas.
Were you using Dallas and like parlays and stuff?
I don't think I used them. I would have to check, but
well, at least you faded that then.
Yeah.
I think we're good to wrap it up. We'll get ready. We have Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire Day 3. 4 callers made it through, all with a chance to win $25,000 and a minimum of $250 apiece tonight. We're going first TD in the NFL.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah, it'll be nasty. Like I got to start weeding some people out. I'm out like I've been paying out like $1,000 a week at this rate. What, Chris? What?
I almost made a faux pas.
Okay. I don't know who Chris is.
I was gonna mention Christmas, but I forgot who I was talking to for a second.
You don't think I celebrate Christmas?
I did. I wasn't sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because I'm LDS?
Yes.
LDS stands for, well, the name of the church is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Okay.
So we do believe in Jesus. We do celebrate Christmas.
There we go.
So all is well.
You learn things every day.
I learn every few months there's someone that isn't sure if Mormons believe in Jesus Christ.
Well,
and it's like quite literally the name of our church properly. They say Mormons is like the whatever, but it's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So we're pro Jesus.
I can't
all is
say,
well.
I don't have to say happy holidays. Put the Christmas.
Yeah, you can say Merry Christmas. Okay.
There we go.
I forgot, by the way, 100th show tomorrow. I still don't know what we're going to do for it. Also, your birthday, something. I've been so busy. I need to spend like 30 minutes and think this through. But I'm glad I reminded myself. Qwan's B-Day, 100th show of Last Word Cheetah. Tomorrow could get interesting. Maybe I'll give away like 100,000.
All right.
Anyone that can like pick a
random Qwan fact.
Some college football like 7-teamer on the spread or something.
Listen, for 100K,
to dig into
I'm about to quit
my vault
for the next 24.
That's probably excessive. My wife might be listening, but we'll do something for the fun 100th show tomorrow. Until then, we got Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire. In 2 minutes, we'll have a link up. Talk to you guys tomorrow.